Welcome to Talking Truth with Camille. TTWC here, and I am super happy to be here again with another episode. Stop comparing yourself to other people. We're gonna just get right into it. I have found my 31 years of living that the worst thing you can do is compare yourself to other people. Okay? Because we are all different. We all have our own gifts. It's just, those are the facts. If we were all meant to be the same, all meant to do the same things, we would. If we were all meant to look the same, we would. Stop comparing in all aspects of your life. Stop comparing yourself to other people, okay? We're gonna start with looks, okay? Because it's not normal and it's not okay. I know social media doesn't help, and a lot of people are walking around here with low self-esteem, but it's done are the days that we stay stuck in our heads and, low thoughts of ourselves. That's no longer acceptable. We're no longer accepting that. Going forward, we want the best for ourselves. We want to be the best versions of ourselves, and we're going to stop comparing ourselves, okay? Looks. I don't care if her hair is longer, thicker, whatever your beauty standard is or what you deem as beautiful is not always right. What society pushes for us is not always right. And for the most part, it's pretty wrong what society pushes. How you look as your natural self is most important. How you feel as your natural self is most important. And that's just period. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, I can only speak on me. And for me, I am in the beauty business. So in the beauty business, what we do tend to do is change the way we look. And I'm not going to ever tell you, yeah, this is my hair. Yeah, my skin is this clear when I know for a fact I'm wearing makeup and a wig or, like any of those things. I'm never going to say that. Is that your hair? No. I'm natural under here, honey. There's jailhouse braids under this wig unit, and I sell hair. So I promote hair and I show the different styles you can do. It's endless. I have fun when it comes to the way that I present myself and the way that I look because it's fun for me and it's what I love to do. I'm not going to always be in the mood to do all of this. I'm not going to always be in the mood to wear makeup. I don't have any makeup on now. With my flaws and all, I am going to wear it proudly until I work my way to what it is that I want my physical appearance to be naturally. I'm going to love myself regardless, flaws and all. I don't really care what man or what woman feels about the way that I look, because as long as I love myself, that's all that matters. As long as I love the way that I look, that's all that matters. So I'm going to wear my wigs. I'm going to wear my natural hair. I'm going to wear my extensions. I'm going to wear my braids, okay? Shout out CNR extensions. I am going to wear whatever hair I want to wear based off the way that I feel and what I'm feeling for, because that's what I enjoy to do. Now, it's not hurting anyone, and unless it's a law that God has and tells me that I cannot wear, human hair that does not grow out of my scalp, until I know that for sure, I won't stop doing it. I'm going to enjoy myself, okay? So I'm not going to look at the next person and be like, oh my God, her natural hair is so beautiful. I wish I had my hair like that. No, let's focus on our own hair, and whatever goals we may have, try to reach them. You might not get hair as long as hers. You might not get hair as thick as hers. You might not be able to rock the same hair color as her. And that is okay. That is okay. We got to learn that being ourselves is okay. And when you stop looking at how other people look appearance-wise, you no longer have something to compare to. You become more content with what look it is that you're given by God himself, because God has made no mistakes. It's okay to switch it up and have fun and do your thing, But don't ever let it be an enhancement or a replacement for your natural beauty. As a man or a woman, I don't care. Your natural beauty is what is most beautiful. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I wear on my body, what I wear on my hair, what I wear on my face. I am beautiful regardless. Looking at someone else's skin, oh my God, their skin is so clear. I wish my skin was like that. Knowing you have a lot of acne because you're eating bad. You're probably allergic to something that you're eating daily, which is why your skin is freaking out like that. You're not eating healthy. You're not drinking enough water. Your skin will never get to that point. You're not using the right products. Your skin will never get to that point because you're not taking care of you. And when you start to take care of you start to see a difference in your skin, in your hair, inside out, working out. Oh, I want to have a body like him, like he's a bodybuilder and he has all these muscles and all these abs, and you have a beer belly, but you don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to change the way you eat. You don't want to build healthier and new habits to get your body to the body that it is that you want. We can build the body we want naturally without steroids, without surgery. I've literally seen people my size go from a flat butt to a butt that fits their body that is just, it's a bubble butt for their physique, their body, like just from doing squats. They changed the way they eat and they started taking protein and doing all these things to gain muscle, to build muscle in their butt. You don't have to get a BBL, but I find that this generation is big on, I want it overnight. I don't want to do the work for it. I want it overnight. And that's just not how life works. And you could do it, you could pay the money, but you're going to have to pay more and more and more and more and more money to upkeep. And you have to work out anyways to upkeep it. So what's the point? Why not build it with the workout, stick to your workout plan, and keep the body, minus you spending all this money. You can keep that money, you can invest that money, you can, go and travel, do your things, save it. Why waste money on things that you can do naturally? Because you're comparing yourself. I've had people call me too skinny. I've had people say that my butt is small and just, just pick at different things about me. And it's like, you're very unhappy with yourself. The fact that you're comparing yourself to me and trying to put me down, or the fact that I'm comparing myself to other people, putting my own self down, is even worse. We have to stop doing it. We have to. And really and truly, it's just very frustrating for me to see other people do it. And I've learned over the years that it's just not something you want to do. It'll help you change the way you think, change the way you move. Let's just stop doing it. The way you look, the things you wear. I see people, they have all these expensive bags and clothes and things that I personally can't afford, at least not right now. I'm building myself up to the point where I can make enough money to get whatever I want without ever worrying about what's in my bank account. When you get to the point of swiping a card and you don't even have to check your account, that is goals where you're comfortable and you're able to spend how you please and just live life. That is goals. But even when I do get the money, I don't feel the need to go and spend my money on all these expensive things just because other people have them, which is what everybody does. Take care of your necessities and then do your wants later, Take care of what you need and take care of your wants later. What you need is more important than what you want at the end of the day. So, and half of the things we want is because we see other people with it. Oh, she has a G-Wagon Mercedes-Benz. I want one too. Here I am with my Honda Civic, and I want a G-Wagon so bad because I see how good it looks with this person. And it's just like we are setting goals for ourselves based off of what other people have. And it's unhealthy. It just is. And social media is the worst part of it. Sometimes we just gotta get off our phone. When we're scrolling and we're seeing that we're comparing ourselves to other people and we're seeing what other people have and we're coveting over things that other people have, which is a sin, that is when we start to really feel low about ourselves because we don't have these things. And that is okay. You're not meant to have everything. You don't need to have everything. Take care of your needs and worry about your wants later. Because when you take care of your needs and your life is straight and on point and you're balanced, you're organized, you're getting stuff done, you're paying your bills on time, you're getting stuff done. Some of the stuff you thought you wanted, you're going to realize you don't even want them. So, what is even the point? Work on yourself. Be aware of your triggers. That's very important. Be aware of your triggers. So, it's like you might see something, or you might hear somebody talking, or you might be on social media and see something. If it's triggering you, get off it. If it's triggering you, don't listen. If it's triggering you, change your, what your focus is. No, don't watch what's going on over there if it's triggering you. No longer focus on it. Find something else to focus on. Get some work done. Go somewhere else. If someone's talking about some foolishness, put your headphones in, listen to some inspiring music or podcasts or anything. Like, don't let things trigger you. That's how you become a healthy person, when you start to, and ignoring your triggers isn't always best. Sometimes you want to find ways to work through your triggers. You can work through them on your own. You can journal. You can talk to the people who trigger you. You can talk about the things that trigger you with a therapist. Triggers just don't help. It just makes things worse. So try to avoid your triggers. Limit social media. Just do. And if being on your phone is priority right now, or some type of technology, get on your computer. Work on some other work. Do some other stuff. Everything doesn't have to be on social media. Unless your business is run fully on social media, I can understand how that is, because that's for me too. I'm over social media at this point, but I'm trying to make money on there, so I have to be on there. So it's kind of, there's no really way around it. It just is what it is. But yeah, limit social media the best you can. Again, get hobbies, do things like to, kill your time that you have nothing to do. Don't be idle. Find things to do, unless you're resting, sleeping, or whatever. But something other than social media. Money doesn't buy happiness as much as we think it does. I mean, of course. I would rather cry in my Rolls Royce than my Honda Civic. But at the end of the day, money is the only thing some people have. And it's just like, it's not worth it to focus on just that, the love of money, to get the things that you think you want and need, There's more to life than money. That's all I'm gonna say. And what that means for you, you have to seek that. You have to figure that out, because everybody's different. But be happy with yourself and what you have. Be happy with your body. Be happy with your hair. Be happy with your skin. Be happy with your inside out. You need to be working on the way you think, the way you eat, the way you act, the way you treat others. All that stuff is way more important. Way more important. And when you fix all those things and you're happy with yourself, it doesn't get any better than that. Compare only for motivation is very important, because if I do compare myself, I pretty much practiced and trained myself to compare myself to other people only through motivation. Only for motivation, I should say. I might look at somebody who's in the same business as me and I'm like, ooh, look what they're doing. Oh my gosh. Maybe I could do something similar, or maybe I can do something different. It's inspired me to do something different, or maybe the same thing, but in my own way. And I'm not going to look at them and say, oh my gosh, wow, she's doing great. She's doing way better than me. I wish. or oh my gosh, because it breeds jealousy when you're constantly looking at other people and what they have and what you don't have. Because everything that they don't have, for everything that they don't have, you might have, and for everything you might not have, they may have. And people aren't showing what they don't have. People aren't showing their L's. They're only showing their wins. And I really respect people who are transparent and show their losses and their wins, who show when they're down, who show when they're sad, when they're mad, and just really express themselves no matter what. There's no facade. There's them no trying to hide half of themselves. They're going to show you all of themselves, and they're going to be transparent as much as they want to be, as much as they're comfortable with showing you. I'm only going to look at someone for motivation purposes. Wow, she made money doing this. Okay, I feel like I could do the same thing, but in my own way. I don't need to copy her, but I'm inspired. And it's okay to be inspired. It really is. It really, really is. But when you're inspired, you should never copy. There's no cut or copy paste. No, it's you're molding this new thing into, you know, how you would do it for yourself and making it be creative. Be creative in your own way with it. You don't want to do exactly what the other person did, because then are you inspired or are you copying? And some people are okay with copying. Do what you gotta do. Make your money, whatever, you know, whatever it is, that's your business. Everybody moves differently. Everybody likes different things. Everybody care less about certain things that some people care the most about. It is what it is. But again, compare only for motivation, because it breeds jealousy. Comparison breeds jealousy. Focus on your strengths. You have a lot of weaknesses. I have a lot of weaknesses, but I'm going to focus on my strengths, and I'm going to work on them and perfect them. And then when I feel like I'm like a machine, just going, and just doing my strengths and being consistent and getting work done and having that balance, then I'm going to work on my weaknesses so I can make them strengths. It's just about strategy and really working on yourself, inner self. Do the work. It's not going to happen overnight. Faith without work is dead. It just is. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the effort. You just do. Celebrate others. You're constantly winning. You're constantly winning. You're constantly winning. You're showing people. People are seeing it. And people are coming to support you. People are caring about you. People are, you know, sewing into you. You know, people are investing in you and, you know, complimenting you and, you know, pursuing you and pushing you and loving on you. But you're never doing the same for others. You have to give back what you're getting. And not if it's negative, because we're putting energy into the wrong things now. If you're receiving positive things, you need to be giving positive things. And it might not be the same thing. Like somebody might give me $10 and I might give somebody else $10. But I could give more than $10. I'll give $50 if that's what I can afford. Or somebody gave me $10, maybe I'll buy lunch for someone. You know, like it doesn't always have to be give and take of the same things. But you want to, whatever you're giving, you want to put back out there. And whatever you put back out there, it's going to be brought back to you in some way, shape, or form. So why not? So you want to celebrate others and, you know, give compliments. Help when you can. Give a helping hand. Do something. Like, be there for people who are there for you. People who love on you daily. Show them the same love, because when you start to see that go away, it's because they're giving, but you're just taking and you're not giving back and sewing back into them. And it doesn't feel good to always give, and the person always take, and you're not getting anything in return. And a lot of people do things without wanting anything in return. But you don't got to want anything in return, but you can still want to do something in return. One thing about me is when you do something for me, I'm going to want to do it in return. And if I can't now, I will be able to later at some point, and I will then. So I never forget when people are nice to me, when people do nice things for me, because I'm going to always try to give back to them in some way, shape, or form. Because that's just who I am. That's just how I am. But I can't always give like how people give to me. God be blessing me. God be sending people to bless me. And I be like, dang, I can't even do nothing back. But it's about your heart too. So if you can't give back at that time and you forget about it and you never give back to them in some way, shape, or form, it's okay, because they did out the kindness of their heart, hopefully. And God knows your heart and knows, okay, I know this person wants to give, but they can't. So I'm going to bless them again in some other kind of way until they're able to bless others, you know? So again, celebrate others, celebrate their wins, help them if you see them losing, if they're going through things, help them to see their strengths, help them to see, you know, what they're doing wrong, help them to see that life is, you know, precious and they do have good things happening for them and how proud you are of them. It's very important when people hear that you're proud of them, it feels good and it's like, wow, someone's proud of me? It's crazy. Like, maybe I am doing something right. It feels good. Use your past self as comparison only. So if I'm going to compare myself to anybody, it's going to be me. I'm going to compare myself to me. Camille from 2010, Camille from 2005, Camille from 1992 when she was born a baby. Okay? Camille from last week, Camille from the month before, the year before, 10 years ago. I'm going to only compare myself to Camille. Every phase of Camille, every age of Camille, every growth, every loss, every win. I'm going to only compare myself and see, oh, wow, look how far I've come. Or I can work on this and I can work on that. And, oh, look what I was doing here. And I should do that again. And, oh, I should go even bigger next time. Like, I'm only in competition with myself. When you're comparing yourself to other people, it starts to feel like you're competing with them and it starts to feel like a competition. And don't nobody got time for that because I am not competing with a soul on this planet. And I've learned not to do that because I do not care what you got going on. I'm working on me. I'm becoming my better self, improving myself, making more money, being financially stable, spiritually sane, mentally sane, emotionally, you know, intact, okay? Emotionally intelligent, okay? Learning every day in every way, shape, or form, business and personal, taking care of business, balancing my life, working on me. I don't have time to compare myself to anybody else because I have work to do within myself. So, when you realize that the best person to compare yourself is the past you, and you work on yourself, and you build yourself, and you love yourself, and you bring yourself to a whole nother place, a whole nother mindset, a whole nother way of thinking, you present yourself well, and you're just doing it. That is when you really truly feel like your best self. And that is when your eyes will really truly open and realize, I was comparing myself to all these people all this time and they have nothing on me. I have nothing on them. Everybody's on their own journey. Everybody's just trying to make it. Everybody's just trying to survive and live life and be happy. That's it. Love God, put God first. Be all you can be for friends and family. Build a life with friends and family that love you and care about you genuinely. And be your best self. And give back to others and love others as you love yourself. Strangers. I am my brother and my sister's keeper. It is what it is. You don't have to feel how I feel about a lot of things. But what I know is true for me is true for me. And nobody's going to change that. So again, I say, boo. Stop comparing yourself to other people. It's unhealthy. It's going to drive you mad. And then you're going to self-destruct when you realize this person just might be at a higher level than you, better than you. It is what it is. There's going to always be someone smarter than you. There's going to always be someone, more beautiful than you. I don't care how you feel about yourself. I'm gorgeous. But there's always going to be somebody who might be more beautiful than me to somebody else. And that's okay. That's okay. There's going to be somebody with a nicer body than you, somebody with nicer skin than you, nicer clothes than you, nicer car than you, who has more possessions when possessions aren't even important. Why are we focused on those things? Why? For what? For what? What's most important is our soul and how we treat others. That's it. And our relationship with God. That's it. Stop comparing yourself to people because you'll never win. In the sense of there will always be someone better than you. Someone better than them. And someone better than them. And someone better than them. It's just an ongoing fight to be better than people that you just not gonna be. Work on yourself. Compare yourself to yourself only, your past self. Be your better self. Work on yourself. That's it. And when you focus on yourself and you stop comparing yourself to other people, life will be so much easier. I promise you. I promise you. But thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to me on YouTube. And you can see the visuals on YouTube. So if you're not much of a listener, you're in the right place. I'm on every type of streaming podcast there is. And, Apple Podcasts and Spotify is, the top ones. And the visual is on YouTube. So subscribe to Camille Roan on Instagram, Talking Truth with Camille on Instagram and Facebook. I am really just trying to have these conversations that I feel like no one else is having really as much. And I just want us to be happy, be our better selves. That's what this channel is about. Be our better selves, love on people, and grow in every aspect in our lives. So thank you for listening or watching Talking Truth with Camille. TTWC signing off. Smooches.